Hello and welcome to the video. Deep Fritz 13 is out and shipping now, available from Chessbase, and we're going to take a look over the next few videos at the new exciting feature of Deep Fritz 13, which is called the Chess Engine Cloud. So here we go, we've loaded up our new Deep Fritz 13 software, and if you've used Fritz 13 then you'll see that the interface is pretty much identical. The big main difference is when you go into the Engine tab. Right now we're in the Home tab, so click on the Engine tab here. You'll see everything pretty much standard except for this icon here, Open Cloud Engines, the Engine Cloud. You can see from that little pop-up icon it says connect to the Cloud Engine server and check the available engines. If you're familiar with cloud computing, it basically means rather than things all being based on your physical computer, so using the processor power and the storage space of your actual computer, what cloud computing means is there is a server or a connection of servers, a network out there on the internet, and you're using their combined power, cloud internet. So it's used in a lot of different ways. In this case, Chessbase have really extended. They first came out with the Let's Check idea, which we talked about when Fritz 13 first came out, and now this has really extended that idea, so it's not just a combined cloud analysis. This is actually a combined set of engines that you can use for your own analysis. So let's click on that and see what actually happens. Well, first of all, it asks you to log in to the Engine Cloud. If you've got a playchess.com account, then you'll need that to log in. So just enter your username here, mine's just Chessbase Nick, and then enter your password. If you want it to remember your password so you don't have to enter it every time, you can tick that box. You can also log in as a guest, but that will give you much more limited functions, so it's a good idea to log in with your main playchess.com account. And then when you're ready, click OK. Okay, so that loads up this page, and what you're seeing here is the main Engine Cloud page. There's a lot of different things here, but you can see right down here is actually a bit of information about what the Engine Cloud actually is. So let's take a look at some of those things here, what it actually says. The Engine Cloud enables you to run chess engines from a remote computer. So that means that you can connect your own machine to a computer somewhere in the world that's on the internet. It could be a much more powerful machine than yours, really powerful machine, lots of processors, lots of memory, and you can use that computer to do analysis on your own machine. You're not actually using the processor and the sort of power from your own machine. But if it's a more powerful computer you're using, then it's a very, very good idea indeed. So there you go, connect to your own machines, or you can borrow them from other users. So you can actually do this if you have more than one computer yourself. Then you can use that to combine the analysis from the computers that you've got, 2, 3, 4 or more. You can also, if you're away somewhere and you've just got a little laptop with you, you can leave your big desktop powerful computer at home, have that switched on, have the cloud, the Engine Cloud activated, and then wherever you are, if you're at some tournament somewhere wanting to do some analysis, all you need to do is log in to the Engine Cloud, and you'll be able to use the power of your home computer from wherever you are, and it won't waste all your laptop's battery doing analysis on a small laptop. You can see here it actually says some of those things. Boost your analysis power by running several engines at full speed from a single board window. As I say, so that's lots of different engines, but they're not competing for your processor time. That's the thing. If you run lots of different engines on your own computer, it's basically diluting each engine because it can only use a certain amount of the processing power. But if you're doing this cloud computing, you're using the full processor power of other computers, and you're just viewing it on your own. Couple your private machines easily for joint analysis, only takes a few clicks. You can use your office computers from home and integrate them seamlessly as local chess engines. If you're going to do this, please, please, please get permission from the people who run the office and also the IT guys at the office. I'm not sure they'd appreciate coming back to find the entire office network used to analyse chess positions over the weekend. So do make sure you've got permission to do that. Travel to a tournament with a light notebook and analyse with your heavy quad at home. That's basically what I was talking about. If you're going to a tournament somewhere, you want to analyse a position, you've only got a small notebook, not very powerful. As long as you've got your computer at home switched on and it's logged into the Engine Cloud, then you can use that engine to analyze without actually using up the power of your little notebook. So you'll be getting higher quality, faster, deeper analysis. Saves on the battery life, as I say. It's the CPU, the central processing unit, the actual processor of your computer. It's only going to use enough processing power to get onto the internet and log in, which is a very small amount. Whereas analysis itself, you can use up to 100% of the computer. It's one of those few processors that actually does use 100% of the processing power, which depletes the battery very, very quickly indeed. Indeed, I've got a good notebook here, good laptop, but if I set it on full analysis, even though it can last for about 6 hours normally without the analysis on, just on battery, if I'm just doing internet or email, as soon as I put full analysis on, it goes down to about 20 minutes. So I have to have it plugged in when I'm doing analysis, but with this way you wouldn't need that. That's not going to be an issue because it's going to be using the power from your machine at home or a remote machine. And also that means that the fans won't come on, because when you're using your full processor, your computer's going to heat up, and those cooling fans come on, make a lot of noise. But it's not going to be a problem when because you're not using that processor power on the computer that you're using. Saves yourself the money, noise and space and maintenance of big hardware. Obviously you can log into someone else's hardware if they're offering it on the Chess Engine Cloud, so you don't need to spend thousands of pounds buying the latest and greatest processor. You can just use somebody else's. For time-critical analysis tasks, you can instantly go on to lots and lots of different machines. So if you really need some deep analysis ASAP, then all you need to do, log into the Engine Cloud, and you can log on to as many different machines as you want and have them all analyse your position at once. And it's not going to dilute the effect of that processing power, not dilute the analysis. Of course, you can offer your own machines as well to other users, which will earn ducats, which is the chess base. It's the online currency. Rather than using money, they have this thing called ducats, or ducats. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. There's also links down here telling you how to do these. We'll go over some of these in the next few videos. But that's a basic introduction to the idea of it. We'll talk a little bit more about this window in the next video.